Hello everyone, hope you're having the most fantastic day today. Welcome to the Film Insight channel. For today's video, we're going to discuss even more hotels featured on Hotel Hell and reveal how they're doing now. So sit back, relax, and without further ado, let's get right into the content, guys. Angler's Lodge.
When we finally got the lodge built and open, we would have like 2-hour waits, and people loved it.
In the Season 3 premiere of Hotel Hell, Gordon headed out to Island Park, Idaho to rescue Angler's Lodge, which is only 30 minutes away from Yellowstone and has some of the best fly fishing spots in the world. When Gordon arrives, he is wowed by the beautifully constructed lodge and is eager to meet the owners who built this place.
Wow. My goodness me, this place is gorgeous. Who built it?
My father.
No, stop.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Bare hands.
You are kidding me. Wow.
Dave and Dee Dee own Angler's Lodge, and as of late, the lodge has fallen on hard times. Business is down 75%, and Gordon soon finds out why. Owners Dave and Dee Dee lost their son Dalton in 2005. He died playing the pass-out game, where the goal is to pass out by cutting off your air supply. Dalton's cause of death was strangulation by a rope. He was found hanging from a tree. The incident traumatized the couple, and Dave's wife withdrew from the business, leaving Dave to run the hotel. The problems that plagued the lodge ranged from old-fashioned dingy and musty rooms to frozen food. On top of that, despite being at what's being called the Mecca for fishers, Gordon gets to see the worst trout he's ever laid eyes on. Gordon confronts the kitchen staff and discovers that head chef Gina is responsible for the menu.
Not my choice, but not my choice to do a lot of things.
Wow. You're the chef, right?
Yes,
So what you say goes, no?
should be, chef.
Despite having earlier said that the owners don't give her much control. Not only that, but Gina refuses to speak to the sous chef Art, and she consistently fails to communicate with the staff.
You don't like talking, do you?
It's hard for me when I'm working. I'm sorry.
But you're doing desserts. Can't the young man do the desserts?
Yes, I know.
Wow.
Everyone tells me I need to relinquish responsibility.
During service, Gina once more proves that she is dead weight by struggling to read orders, interfering with sous chef Art's salad dressing, and making bad food. Gordon takes action and tells Gina to go home. He also provides the lodge with a makeover. The rooms are brightened with lighter colours and a more rustic charm befitting a fishing lodge. Gordon also introduces a new menu and trains the staff on it. With head chef Gina gone and sous chef Art in charge, the service goes smoothly. The locals love the food and the family is all smiles. Gordon leaves on a high note. How is Angler's Lodge doing today? This episode was filmed in November 2015, and the family has largely embraced Gordon's changes. Angler's Lodge has 3.5 stars on TripAdvisor, where reviewers love the location but cite cleanliness and service issues. Reviews on Yelp are also mixed at 3.5 stars, and guests seem to have the same issues. There is still quite some room for improvement at Angler's Lodge. Landoll's Mohican Castle. In this Season 3 episode of Hotel Hell, Gordon travelled to Loudonville, Idaho, where he stayed at Landoll's Mohican Castle. Jim and Martha owned the castle after purchasing it for $6 million. However, their investment turned sour after the restaurant burned down in 2008, and the insurance could not cover the damage because it had lapsed 4 days prior. This strained their marriage, and the couple divorced within a year. Jim retired and left Martha to run the place alone, and by desk clerk Crystal's testament, she works very hard. Gordon arrives and is greeted by oddities such as an ugly T-Rex statue and a gift shop right beside the front desk. He goes up to his room and discovers that it is dirty and disgusting. Owner Martha reveals that the castle's value has sunk to $2 million from $6 million. He meets the cook Jimmy, Martha's son, who is untrained as a chef. Jimmy, who is also the general manager, reveals that he Googles how to make meals. Gordon tests out how well this procedure works and finds out that it doesn't work at all. Chef Jimmy serves him some dreadful food: a slimy salmon, an overcooked filet mignon, and chicken caked in cheese. The food here is horrid. A wedding event is coming up with 100 guests, and the wedding couple gets to meet the chef. Jimmy comes in without his chef's jacket and says he only wears it when serving. The couple also tastes Jimmy's food, and they are horrified. Gordon has to assure them that their wedding will go down smoothly. They do not. Jimmy is slow, and two customers are surprised to find that though they ordered the same dish, the two look nothing alike. The kitchen is in disarray, and Gordon expresses his disappointment to Jimmy. Gordon talks to Martha, and he tells her that because she's working so hard, Jimmy is taking advantage of her and slacking off. Martha writes a letter to Jimmy at Gordon's request, outlining the difficulties of running the castle by herself. Later on, Martha reads it, and Jimmy cries upon hearing just how stressed Martha has been. Gordon and Jimmy have a private chat where Gordon asks him to commit more to Landoll's Mohican castle. He agrees. Gordon and his team begin the makeover. They bring in a new menu and a consultant chef named Keisha to help them find a new head chef. Gordon advises Martha to step back and look after herself because she has been carrying Landoll's Mohican castle on her back for too long. How is Landoll's Mohican castle doing today? Gordon's visit was a success. Jimmy did step up as general manager, and Martha has been able to take a breath. Jimmy even took a 3-day intensive hotel management course to improve his skills and has lost some weight. Today, the hotel hosts 100 weddings a year, and the TripAdvisor and Yelp reviews are excellent. They also renovated the property in 2018. A new block of hotel rooms has been added. 4 Seasons Inn, Layla's Riverside Lodge.
Dog hair.
A dog hair? Impossible.
This is a dream come true. It's a beautiful inn. It's a great place.
For this Hotel Hell episode from Season 2, Gordon Ramsay heads over to the 4 Seasons Inn, no relation to the actual 4 Seasons, in beautiful Westover, Vermont. It is a dog-friendly lodge with 14 rooms and a dog kennel. The owner, Sandy McDougall, a former construction worker, has spent $1.1 million on it to fulfill his dream of owning a lodge. Unfortunately, the inn has fallen on hard times, and Sandy cannot pay the staff. For compensation, they get to stay for free at the inn.
And then I drink. I don't get paid, so it's not really a job, it's more volunteering.
Sandy is generally a nice guy, but staff does not get paid.
Sandy is running out of money, time, and energy. He's in free fall, so he reaches out to Hotel Hell, and in comes Gordon. First impressions are not good. Sandy takes him to a room with an unmade bed. Sandy is ashamed and shows Gordon to a new room. There is hideous wallpaper everywhere. Next is the restaurant where we meet Layla, Sandy's dog. Gordon is glad as he has someone else to share the bad food with this time. After feeding the dog, Gordon checks its pulse to make sure it's still alive. A ravioli dish arrives, and it looks like they have served him Layla's vomit. The food is bizarre and undercooked. Next is an apple risotto, which only confirms that Sandy is useless as a chef. Sandy hides in the kitchen, and Gordon heads there to speak to him.
What's in there? Apple juice?
Apple concentrate, chef.
An apple concentrate in a risotto.
It's not my menu, chef.
So this is all you're doing then?
Yep.
He gives him an earful over how poorly he's running the inn. He cannot be head chef and innkeeper at the same time. Word gets around that Gordon is in town, and guests start pouring in. Mistakes begin to happen, and a guest is overcharged when a food server checks them in. Sandy is prodded out of the kitchen by Gordon to listen to guests complain over late service, wrong orders, and lousy food. It doesn't end there. Guests in rooms find dog hair and dirt in the rooms. One guest even mentioned that there was dog hair in the food.
There was dog hair on the tablecloth, dog hair on the plate that we were given. I asked to speak with a manager. I was told there is no manager. We have an owner. I said I'd like to speak with them then. I was told you were too busy.
A staff meeting is called, and Sandy gets a good grilling from Gordon. He cries. As if that wasn't enough, Gordon brings out his black light to reveal a treasure trove of bodily fluid in his room. but guests are traumatized by the experience and warn they will not be back. Sandy commits to change, and Gordon gets to work. He burns Sandy's chef coat and announces that Sandy is general manager. The staff is pleased. Gordon changes the name of the inn to Layla's Riverside Lodge, naming it after Sandy's dog. A new farm-to-table menu with local cuisine is introduced. The rooms are redecorated and deep cleaned. The squeezed dog kennels are made wider and filled with colourful play toys. The playpen is similarly revamped and looks magnificent and inviting. Gordon even brought in his dog Rumple to share in the fun. Gordon introduces a monthly dog agility competition, which he says will attract more guests. Sandy also receives $10,000 worth of consultancy from previous guest Shannon to help grow the kennel business.
Has very kindly donated to you $10,000 worth of consultancy that she is going to help implement and get this business off the ground.
Shannon is a luxury boarding kennel consultant. The next day, Sandy informs the staff that they are back on the payroll.
Thank you, Gordon, from the bottom of my heart. Oops. If it hadn't been for you, I would not be here. That's the truth.
How is Layla's Riverside Lodge doing today? The lodge is still open and doing well. On TripAdvisor, it has 4.5 stars, and on Yelp, it has 3.5 stars. Unfortunately, Layla died in September 2021. Well, that will be all for today's video here on the channel. I do hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to drop a massive like down below and comment your thoughts. Subscribe for more content like this and turn on those sweet bell notifications for instant access to our content. Have a good one, guys.